Brendan? How's it going, Coach?
What's going on?
Good, thanks. Have you, as a player, when you played, did you ever go through anything kind of like this with the expectations going up and then losing streak? And if so, how does one get out of it? Do you remember? Can you call back to that, I guess, at any point?
Yeah, I can remember distinctly. When I was with the Dolphins, I think we started the year like 8-1, wound up like 9-7. So started off hot, took a swoon, was able to make it to the playoffs. But you just gotta keep fighting, man. That's the ebbs and flows of football. You know, you're not gonna win them all, but you gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep staying positive and keep going to work every day. And I think these guys have done that, and we're looking to get back on the right track come Saturday.
Liam?
What during the bye week did you see them maybe focus on that maybe looked a little bit differently? Do you see them kind of approaching things with a little more urgency?
Yeah, I just see them coming together. You know, in a situation like this, the outside world will try to, you know, tear you apart. But I've seen a team that has gotten closer together. They went out there the 2 bye week practices and you know, we worked on things, corrected things. You saw enthusiasm out there. You saw guys eager to get out there and continue to work. And I think we had a pretty good practice today. So I think guys have a certain sense of urgency. They know what's on the line. They know what's at stake. And we got to find a way to win the game come Saturday.
Chris?
The young guys that Charles Lester has kind of made so on and so forth. What have they done that's been a positive? What do they have to do to earn more PT?
Yeah, it's just a numbers game, especially at the corner position. Typically, you play 3 guys, you rotate 3 guys. You know, really some teams only play 2. So I think with those guys, it's continue to earn the trust in practice. Make sure they're studying film, make sure they're knowing their opponents, and just doing the right things off the field. And you know, I have trust in those guys that they can get in and play productive ball, but it's just the snaps just isn't there with, you know, with the other 3 guys and Jerry, Jabril coming back and Shamar. But those guys are in the mix. Like I said, if they were to go in the game, I think they can play some good football for us.
Brendan? How has Shamar done in the expanded usage?
I think he's done well. Obviously, he's still a young player. You know, I told him, I always remind him, you're not a freshman anymore. You know, so he has to continue to mature both on and off the field. He's a very talented kid. Just the little things that's going to take his game to the next level. He has all the physical tools. You know, he has a pretty good football IQ. It's just cleaning up things outside of football that's going to allow him to go out there and play his best ball.
Aslan?
What's the success look like when you guys are in man versus zone so far for you guys, you think, on the back end?
I'm not sure of the statistics. I know we did some self-scout. I'm not sure, but we do a variety of both. I think we could match up against anybody in the country, man to man, and we just got to clean up some things in zone. Make sure we're knowing down the distances, you know, matching routes, having good eyes on the quarterback. So it's a work in progress, and guys are embracing it, and you know, we're gonna continue to do both. We just gotta get better at it.
From the outside, like a lot of fans are like, just play zone. Zone's easy. Just figure out your zone, just stay in it. Is it more complicated than people probably think on the outside?
It is. I know in certain formations you do want to get the zone because of, you know, guys could pick you and everything, and you know, it's up to the players we have certain checks that we can make within the call, and if you know guys on the field see it a certain way, they can make a check to allow us to play zone. You know, if not, then we have to stick with the original call. But like I said, it's a combination of knowing what's happening and matching routes, because you know offenses are really good, and you know, instead of they'll run through a man, but they'll stop at zones. We just got to find a way to match routes within the zone.
Corey?
You mentioned it. You played. I mean, obviously, you played pro ball for a long time. You're on some good teams and some not so good teams. When you're on a pro team with the Dolphins or whoever else, who else you play with besides the Dolphins?
Kansas City Chiefs.
So when you're playing, and maybe it's November, and you know you're not going to make the playoffs, what is the inner desire to get up, go to practice, work hard, and then how do you translate that kind of mentality to college players when maybe their team goals have been lost?
It's just pride, a love for the game, a love of wanting to take care of your family. Now, obviously, it's different with the pro game than the college game because You know, most of the guys in the pros have families, so they have to go out there and put it on the line each and every day for their family. When it comes to college ball, you have to have a genuine care for the program, respect the name on the back of your jersey, and go out there and be motivated to play for your brothers. And obviously, you know, a lot of these guys, they're lasting. You know, what they want to do is to get to the NFL, and you never want to go out there and put bad stuff on film. So it's a self-motivation, a chance to go out there and play at Florida State. You know, it's such a prestigious university, and the will to go out there and compete. And I think we have some guys on the team who have that in mind. And I know this team they're not going to quit. They're going to keep fighting, and we just got to find a way to win one and then let it go from there.
And you talk about putting on film this Saturday. It's obviously everybody plays hard on a Saturday. People are watching, TVs are on. Is it more about what happens Sunday to Friday as far as that mindset of getting ready and caring about your name and the team's name?
Absolutely. The preparation is very, very important. And like I said, it just doesn't happen inside that building. It happens outside the building. And the way guys are eating, the way they're taking care of their body, you know, what they're doing outside this, the extra prep, you know, the film study, you know, all of that matters when it comes Saturday. And Saturday is supposed to be a day of fun. You know, the work goes on Sunday through Friday. Come Saturday, you go out there and pay the bills. So, you know, I think guys are taking heed of that. You see more and more guys in the building, and we look to pay it off on Saturday.
Aslan?
When we spoke to Tony last time, I think he said that he went and looked at box scores from last year and saw how like non-competitive some of the games were last year. He wasn't here last year. You were. I know the results aren't quite there, but how different is this team than last year's team?
It's different, but at the same time, it's a results-oriented business. You know, they have a scoreboard. So it doesn't matter if you lose by 21 or you lose by 3. A loss is a loss, and they mean the same. So we are who we are right now. We're a 3-4 football team. We don't have a win in the ACC, and you know, it's the whole focus is on the next opponent. You know, I know Coach Norvell talked about taking it day by day, and that's what we're going to do, try to get a win against Wake Forest on Saturday.
Okay. Corey, last one.
What is that building like over there, the new building? I mean, you were in, again, you played pro football for a long time. How does that compare even to like the pro buildings you were in back then?
It doesn't compare.
Yeah.
It's one of none.
Yeah.
From what I've seen in, you know, college football, man, schools get buildings each and every year. So right now we have the best building, you know, in college football. Next year, whoever's building their building will have the best. You know, they kind of steal ideas from each other to make it. But it's a unique building, man, and something that, you know, we're proud of, and something that the kids will take advantage of.
Perfect. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks,
Yep.
Coach.
Thanks, Coach.